I'm standing next to this large Japanese maple and another one on this side. You must be wondering what's going to happen. You don't have to guess, because when I have my loppers and my silky saw, I'm going to do something to these maples. Maples of this size are quite expensive. They're not cheap. They are beautiful trees. But although you see such a lot of lovely foliage, people absolutely give the right arm for a tree like this. But to my mind, and to most connoisseurs, this is not how a maple should look. Maples need to be light and airy. If we just turn across over there, you see how this beautiful dissectum has been pruned. You should be able to see the structure of the tree so that you appreciate the trunk and you see the delicacy of the tree. The reason why we do this is because maples are meant to be very delicate and graceful. And if it's just a large blob of foliage, you don't appreciate the beauty to the full. So let us show you what I'm going to do to these trees. So when you look at this tree, if you home in closely, you will see that beautiful triple trunk. Now this is completely hidden. It's like having beautiful assets or a beautiful body and you cover it with ugly clothes or something, you don't see anything. So the beauty of this tree is in the trunk. So I'm going to open this tree out so that you can see how beautiful it is. Okay, having said that, you must be wondering why I'm doing this. I'm wearing this Hawaiian shirt because it is a warm day. It's nearly 28 degrees. Tomorrow is going to be 30 degrees. Today is the 18th of June and it is almost right in the middle of summer. And there is a school of thought that says that you should not do pruning of deciduous trees, especially maples, in the middle of summer. But those of you who follow me on YouTube will know that I've been practicing it for years, 40 or 50 years to be precise. And over the years, I've learned and discovered by experimentation that summer is a very good time to prune maples, not just the young twigs, but heavy, thick trunks and branches. And the reason why I'm able to do it successfully, not as a failure, but successfully, is because whatever cuts you make in the summer, the healing process or the callousing is very rapid. So whatever cuts you make heals over very fast. So there's no danger of killing the tree. So without saying anything more, I will proceed to look at the tree. As with any bonsai, even garden trees like this have a front and a back. And this is clearly the front side. The back is going to be more full with foliage so that it acts as a foil for the front of the tree. So all I have to do is to open the front out. Open the front out. Now this tree, by the way, is growing in full sun. There is no shade, and the only burning is the odd leaf like this which has burned. Okay, so anything in the middle I'm going to take out. Anything hiding the trunk I will take out. As simple as that. I like to use the phrase, it's not rocket science, because it definitely is not rocket science. So all I'm doing is trying to reveal the beauty of the tree. Also, by letting more light in, I won't get so much dieback in the middle. If this tree were allowed to grow indefinitely in this fashion, you will get some dieback. You see already there is some dieback. Young twigs will die back because it's not getting enough light. Until a few years ago, I used to teach the staff at Wisley how to prune their maples on the rockery. There are videos of this if you care to look into the past videos. I've done several sessions simply teaching the staff at the Royal Horticultural Societies at Wisley, their gardens, how to prune maples. And that is always done in the summer. As with all pruning, you got to know when to stop. I'm concentrating on this side first, and then I will go to the other side. And I always stand back from time to time to see how it is beginning to look. Now this side is still very dense, so I'm going to take something from this side. So selective pruning. I've often quoted the analogy of being a hairdresser. I do know two of my customers, who own a hairdressing business, and they always tell me that what I do is exactly how they cut or style a lady's hair. It's not just hacking the ends, I'm actually layering the tree, getting layers. So you can see how delicate the structure is beginning to look. So can you see the difference, how this is beginning to thin out compared to this side? In fact, I'll complete one side and then go on to the other side. Now this is a cascade tree, so the branches tend to weep. And this, you see how dense this is. Very, very dense. And this, in fact, this branch is going backwards. You notice that at the moment all I've used is my Felco secateurs. Nothing more than just secateurs. No chainsaw, because the branches are not that thick. Okay, now let's come to the front and look at it again from this side. Get the debris out of the way. Already I think I've taken about 50% or more from this side alone, just from this side. So you get the feeling how light and airy this side. Now this is still very dense, so I'm going to take some of this off. And this is touching the ground. Do I want this? Probably not. And then this branch here, Although it's a nice branch, I don't think I need it, so I'm going to cut that off. So I think this side is more or less done. So that is as much I will do to the right hand side. So you can see the difference between the two sides. I can even thin this a little more. And then you can see the trunk. And this bamboo stick has done its job. Okay, now that I've done this side, now let's look at this side. Again, all I'm doing is trying to open the tree out. Believe you me, I really enjoy doing this. It gives me immense pleasure to work on these trees. So you see, I've opened the whole thing out, and you can now look into the structure. I've got to stand back from time to time to see the overall effect. So that's opening out. I've got to open this out much more. So although this is a lovely branch, it is in fact hiding that lovely trunk. So let's keep this a bit delicate and show a little bit of that. Look at all that debris here. What a lot of debris taken out. So that didn't long. I think how many minutes is it? 15 minutes? 15 minutes. And a little more. I don't think I need the bamboo sticks anymore. I think I can remove them. And a couple of sticks at the back, I can remove those as well. And you look at the debris here, that's the amount I've taken out to reveal the trunk. And that is how I would like to see the tree, like that. I think I can do a little more, but if it were planted in the ground, I would have to remove the lower branches as well. That even I could remove. I think this is coming in the way, that could be taken out or wired this way. So this is this one. I'm now going to work on this one. So let's stop for a while. So this is tree number 2. And this is a red dissectum. And if you want to know the proper botanical name, this is Acer palmatum inaba shidare. Shidare simply means weeping. I've told you that we grow our maples in full sun, and provided you water it properly, they should be okay. Now, although we've had 2 spells of heat waves, about 3-4 weeks ago we had temperatures 4 days running of 35 degrees. That has scorched some of the leaves. So considering that we've had 2 major heat waves and this is the only scorching that has happened, it's not doing too bad. So I'm not too worried about that. But I still grow my maples in full sun because I believe it gives it a very good autumn color. Now again, because it's just a blob of purple leaves, I know that inside here there's a beautiful tree, beautiful sinuous trunk. So why are we hiding the assets? If you have assets, I always feel you should flaunt it. If you have it, flaunt it. That is the best advice I can give you. So I'm simply going to take anything off that is clouding the front and we will see where we go from there. So remember that the overall principle of pruning maples is to make it look delicate. Maples are delicate trees, and if they grow in this very congested fashion, the beauty of the tree is lost. Its inherent beauty is lost. So this is not as tall as the other one, so I will be just a bit careful. See, already showing the trunk has made a bit of a difference. We call this aesthetic pruning. It's not just hacking the tree. Aesthetic pruning is the word I use. I remember once, about 3 years ago, during the pandemic, I went to prune some maples in a person's garden. They had about 12 maples, bigger than this. And I said I would do it in an evening. I got there at 5 o'clock, I finished at 7 o'clock, 12 trees, this size. They couldn't believe how fast I work. Again, it's not a question of speed, it is knowing what you do. If you know what you do, the rest is simple. So this is a common pest you find on maples. You look at that white fluffy scale. You often get it on maples, so you got to be careful. And when you see it, it's an insect. It's like a fluffy woolly aphis. You got to spray it or rub it off. Otherwise it sucks the sap from the leaves. So already you can see the beautiful structure of the tree. Not a great deal needs to be done, but we need to do a bit. Again, because this tree is grown in a large container, if it were growing in the ground, what I would do is I would probably mound the tree up, put it on the ground and pile soil around it so that I have the benefit of these branches still cascading down. If you planted it at ground level, all these branches would have to come off. Now I'll get that bamboo stick out of the way. So you can see the structure now. You can see the structure. If you come close with the camera, I want to show you something which is troubling me. This tree here, this branch is coming from the inside of the curve. It's very cleverly done, but I think I can do without it. So if I were to cut it off, I have one branch here, one branch there, and a back branch. So I don't really need that one. But I will probably leave it because whoever buys this tree may want that branch there. So I know that it's not quite the thing to do to leave it, but for the sake of whoever buys the tree, I'm leaving it in case they like it. So this is how I would prune it. Seeing the beautiful structure of the trunk. So every time it's the structure of the tree, the delicate appearance that you want, and that is how maples should look. So that in fact is like a large bonsai. So I hope you've enjoyed this session of pruning maples. I will just go over to a senkaki or sangokaku that I have here. This tree has been here for about 40 years. And in 40 years, it has only grown this size. But you can see I've not done pruning for about 5 years, but it's still quite delicate in structure. So I wouldn't do much to it. It only needs a little bit of light pruning. So this tree is quite okay. You can see the delicate structure. So this is how maples should look. So I hope you've enjoyed going. Now let's look at those trees from this side. Look at it. Now you can see the beautiful trunk. And it looks more like what a typical maple should look like. There you go.